historic stadium, home to the Iron Horse and the Great Dane, to Wilson and Alvarez. Camp Randall Stadium in Madtown, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to start us off. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Wisconsin's offense will go to work first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these 2 running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have 2 guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
And some room to work. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
It's very early in the college football season, but this coaching staff has to be very pleased by what they've seen from their quarterback. He's making real good decisions, and he's been accurate. That was his 100th completion early this year.
Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. Defense will back up and make things a little easier here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Badgers will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll take it on the return. Makes a move. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So Penn State's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And we'll get a quick look at one of the early leaders for the Heisman. Winning the award as a running back certainly demands something beyond the normal. He's going to have to put together a stellar season, David.
No, he will. And listen, it's hard for running backs to get this award. Now, it is a quarterback award, but recent years, Ashton Jeanty, you saw him there. But you got to be the catalyst. You got to be the straw that stirs the drink. You got to put up huge numbers. So far, Palmer, he's been a catalyst. He's been great. He's just going to have to keep it going.
And his numbers are pretty good now. I think they have a chance to get even better. When you look at the schedule moving ahead, they're going to have to force feed him the football. He's going to have to play big in those games if they're going to keep winning. So keep an eye on this guy as a Heisman favorite because he's got that kind of ability.
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Bring in the heat. They'll run the screen. Breaks into the open. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. The Nittany Lions are on the move. They're testing the right side here. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33. What a great job they've done in Big Ten play up to this point, and you see them now feeling as if they can accomplish something big.
No doubt, Reese, and I think it's a great start to the season. Like, again, you have goals and you have midpoints to the season where you're at right now. This is where you wanted to be. You wanted to be in the mix in one of the best conferences in all of college football, and Jesse, they're doing that in the Big Ten.
Yeah, they've been able to handle the stage and handle the pressure. With every win, that makes the next game that much bigger, and they've shown up on big stages, on national
Headed to the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Caught in the backfield, it's Jones. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. He'll keep it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The Badgers decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You want to end the play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating the backfield and making something happen.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Listen to this place. Oh, man, and they love their Badgers. Third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab down the middle. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Snap it to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Moving away from pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
The Nittany Lions trying to cash it in on first and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. Try to barge their way in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Penn State!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Finds a tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The give to the single back. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in.
That's reeled in. It's Jones. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up fourth down. And the Badgers will punt it away on fourth down. like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Trying to escape and get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
After run, now throw. Looking for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap.
Turning it on. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. They've got a first down here to open the period. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying to get the corner. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. He's going to get a property tax bill in the end zone because this guy is spending a lot of time there. He might start taking aim at some of those Nittany Lion touchdown records.
Yeah, and those are some records. I mean, you start talking about Larry Johnson and Saquon Barkley and all the Kajana Carter going back. I mean, so many great running backs at Penn State. To be on that list, to be talked about in that vein, I think you're having yourself a day.
He'll try to pop the draw. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. They pick up of 6. The Badgers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Got a man. It's Jones. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Back to pass on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Harmon. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. And the Badgers send out the punt unit.
Number 11, on to punt it away.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work.
Well, the defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Extending the play. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I got to be honest, guys. I know there are a lot of people out there with this field position that would say punt the football, but based on the success they've had early in this game with 3 touchdowns already, playing with confidence, I think I'd just go for it here.
Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on down. And that decision will be questioned for a while. The give out of the gun. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Back to pass. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense picks it up. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
They'll toss it to the left. Turns it on down the left side. The 10. Touchdown, Penn State. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Number 25.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt, you cannot give the football away. Again, turnover's the biggest stat.
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now 1st down from the 39. The short hands, it's Harmon. It has been a rocky ride through Big Ten play so far, and they're running out of time to turn it around.
And sometimes the Big Ten will do that to you, right? It's a competitive conference. There's a lot of competitive environments that you have to step into, and they haven't been great this season. Let's be honest. But, Jesse, I'm more interested to see how they finish off the last part of this season because it's one thing to have expectations and to get down. It's another thing to quit.
Yeah, you just want to see how resilient they are too, David, because the coach, he's been saying the right things after taking all these losses at the podium after games. We got guys hurt. We've got young players. We're inexperienced. We're learning how to win. But, you know, you're running out of time for excuses. You've now got to turn the page. You've got to show up. You've got to put a complete game together and get it done.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Right on the money.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And the Nittany Lions with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little...
Looking deep. He's got it inside the 15. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Looking for the score. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They are penned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. Hand off to Jones.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and the D might have been a little too rough on the quarterback there. That was right on the borderline. You want to make that quarterback feel you, but the official thought it was a little too much, the roughing the passer penalty. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Ole Miss has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet there in the Grove. They're up by 11 over Kentucky. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition. And if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. That's caught. It's Jones. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out.
Terrific atmosphere there in Madison. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Camp Randall.
All right, Kevin, about ready. things cranked back up here. The Badgers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. He gets a block. Got a little room. He's going to get room.
You can't start the second half any better than that. You're trying to come out of the locker room. You're trying to create some momentum. Taking the first kick of the third quarter back for a touchdown, that is exactly what this head coach was looking for from his players.
Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. He might have been looking just to set up his offense, but he put a touchdown on the board with that 92-yard return. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And the defense is doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
The pull and throw off the RPO. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. And off to Jones. Shakes off the defender. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Badgers can really attack on this 2nd and short. He'll pull it on the read. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
He has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. They come to the line on 3rd and goal, looking for their first points of the day. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Badger! The offense cashing it in on that drive. And the extra point splits the uprights. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and goal. He's looking to pass. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. He'll try to do it himself. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Finds his man. It's Jones. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to route.
Lost one deep down the right side. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. From the gun, the ground game. Blast. Yeah, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll give it to the back. Can't get him to the ground. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. A manageable distance on 3rd down as they try to convert from the 20. Now they'll run the draw. Nice move to keep running.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. They had this drive going, but they face a 2nd and 15. Gives it on the option. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
And he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. On the run, it's Martin. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Going to try to get it himself. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And how about the awareness by this guy on 3rd down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that 1st down. It's 3rd. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this 1st. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The Nittany Lions have their offense in high gear. They'll give it to him again. Got room to work. Past the 1st down marker and still running. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Nittany Lions back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Number 25.
You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
Wisconsin, 14.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. The sure hands, it's Jones. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. The Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. And the Badgers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short.
Man, let's not make football hard. The quarterback sneak has worked, and it continues to work. Keep using it until they stop it on those short yardage plays.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Power football with the run. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Using the back as a receiver on the screen.
Man, this defense is so athletic in their front 7. They're able to fight off the blocks on that 3rd down screen play, make the tackle. Now it's setting up 4th down.
Punt is in the air. Smashes him with the stiff arm. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Looking for space. It's Martin. Got enough for the first. Finds a crease at the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Penn State! That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's complete to the left. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. The Badgers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Trying play action. Caught in the backfield, it's Tompkins. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Badgers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quarterback on the keeper. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Line is set on 3rd down. To the ground to try to move the chains. Slips one guy, now he's loose. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Badgers are moving quickly down the field. Off
being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And the Badgers line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. The Badgers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Makes the grab on the shuffle. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. And the Badgers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. There he goes. He has the first and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Setting up the screen. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. There is no point in a field goal here, so the offense stays on the field on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. And the Badgers had tough field position. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? QB draw. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. Vanderbilt is running away with things, and boy, if this keeps up, the party is on in Nashville tonight. They're up by 21 over West Virginia. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He takes a chance and fires it across the field. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. The play action fake. Starts to scramble to the left. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Now backed up in their own end. It's 3rd and long. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having this.
He lets one fly deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The offense will use the timeout clock as stopped with 22 seconds left. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
He'll take another shot here. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's a throw downfield late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to